Today I'm going to show you how to make chicken fried rice at home. This is the way you'll want to make your fried rice from now on because it's so easy and a great meal.
Anywhere you go, you belong.
Okay, so I'm preheating my griddle and we're going to start by cooking the chicken. So I chopped up 2 chicken breasts and I just sort of cubed them into like medium to small cubes. Here I'm going to add Shaoxing cooking wine. I'm adding garlic, pepper, a little bit of salt. I like to add onion powder and a little MSG. That's optional, but I like it. And just give that a mix, and then I put it in the refrigerator. This has been marinating for several hours, so we're gonna add this is avocado oil, and hopefully this is preheated enough. Oh yeah. Cook your chicken breast. Good browning. Now I'm going to put on my frozen veggies. So this frozen stir-fry mix is one of my favorites, but you definitely can use frozen peas and carrots in place of this. And I'm going to let this cook. I'm trying to pick up that fond that the chicken left. I'm also going to be chopping up 2 scallions. So now I'm going to add the whites to the green onion into the mix. And I like to season it with a little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic blend. So I made long grain rice yesterday, and working with cold day-old rice works best for fried rice. And what I'm going to do is just break it apart and measure out 4 cups of cooked rice. And for those of you that always ask me what type of rice I use, this is what I used. Now I'm going to add my rice, and I'm adding some cooking oil. And here we go. There we go. I'm going to make a hole, cooking oil, and here I've already mixed and beat 2 large eggs going in. I'll let that cook before I start mixing. I'm going to season the egg with a little bit of that garlic, salt, and pepper. Let it cook. Now we're going to chop it up. Veggies. For the soy sauce mixture, I'm going to be adding sugar, regular soy sauce, dark soy sauce, which is great for color. I will say it's optional, and oyster sauce. And you'll want to add little by little, give it a mix, give it a taste, and adjust to your preference. Now I'm going to mix and pour over the soy sauce. I might not use all of it at first. Oh, it smells good. Now we're going in with some sesame oil and the fresh green tops of the scallion. This is the second time I've made it this week. It's so good. So I've removed the rice. I have it there. It looks delicious. Now I'm going to make my dumplings. These are just store-bought frozen dumplings. Okay, just going to put a little cooking oil. gonna just place them. Ah, I guess I can do them like, I think up might be better for me. Let these fry a little bit. Let's go right in the middle and cover with the lid. There we go. Woo. I'm gonna turn down the heat just a little bit and let it cook for about 10 minutes or so. Okay, dinner. I'm gonna take a bite. Now let's make egg rolls. I know if I post a fried rice recipe video, someone's gonna ask for egg rolls. I'm also gonna show you how to make a homemade duck sauce that is so easy to make. Here we go. Okay, so for these egg rolls, I am going to create a flavorful pork. And typically, you know, you wanna use a char siu Chinese barbecue sauce. You can use store-bought, which is really convenient because you just kind of shake it, pour it over your pork meat, marinate it for a little bit and cook it. Real simple. But for those of you that kind of want the same flavors and you want to create your own, here I'm going to put together a 1/4 teaspoon of 5-spice powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. This is granulated onion powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of granulated garlic powder, a tablespoon of hoisin sauce, a tablespoon of oyster sauce, some sugar to taste, Shaoxing cooking wine, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce. Okay, I'm gonna add half of the sauce, and now just give it a mix. And I'm gonna let that marinate for like 30 minutes, or while I'm prepping other stuff. Gosh, this smells so good. Okay, so now I'm going to finely chop cabbage. Maybe like half of this. Okay, so I've thinly shredded my cabbage and 1 large carrot. This is done. I'm gonna add just a little bit of cooking oil to my pan that's preheating, and I'm gonna saute this. Now, it looks like a lot for this pan. I'm making a mess, by the way. And I'm not gonna overcook this, but I want the cabbage and the carrot to release their moisture. Shut off the heat and let this just sit in this pan, and as it sits with the residual heat, it just hangs out. So here's my prepped marinated pork. Time to cook this as well. So here I'm preheating my pan, a little bit of cooking oil. I'm gonna go in with my marinated pork. I'm also gonna go in with, these are the whites of like 3 scallions. Okay, so I want you to see, as this sits here, you see how it's releasing a lot of moisture. If I tilt the pan, so this is what you'll want to get rid of. Okay, so this is done. I'm gonna add my cabbage carrot saute into this fine wire mesh strainer, and I'm going to press out. Actually, I should have used my my other hand. I'm going to press out any moisture, or as much as I can get out of this. Seems when I work with my hands, it works a lot better. So we're going to just, oh yeah. And you just want to press out that moisture. Okay. So I managed to get a lot of water content and moisture from the cabbage, which is great. So now just mix it with your pork meat. And this is going to be the filling for the egg rolls. Okay, so here's my filling, and it's pretty much room temperature at this point. I'm going to be working with store-bought egg roll wrappers, and I dusted all of my work surfaces with cornstarch. It makes it a lot easier to handle these. So let me show you just. So I'm going to add my mixture to the center. You don't want to overstuff it, which I probably did already, but here we go. So you're going to go this way, pull it back, you know, kind of like that burrito effect. You want a tight roll. And here on this last part, you're going to take some egg wash, just put it there, and then finish out the roll. Just like that. Seam side down, and kind of dust your work area. I'm going to put it right here, and that's my egg roll. So here's what I ended up with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So not quite 12, but I managed to get 11 egg rolls. Okay. Into the hot oil. There we go. I think I can do like 3 at a time. Okay, so this is what you're looking for. And even when you remove it, you might want it to be darker. It'll continue to, it'll continue to cook. It'll continue to, the exterior will get a darker shade as it sets, because it's so hot, the cooking oil, any residual oil that's left on it. There we go, crispy egg rolls. So my egg rolls are done, and look how crispy the exterior is. Just that light dusting of cornstarch to keep things from, you know, separated and not getting sticky and tacky and gluey. It really does give you that crispy exterior to the egg roll. Here I'm going to add, this is like, I'm gonna do like 3/4 of a cup. Well, let's just do a cup. A full cup of apricot preserve. Let's add like a 1/2 cup of water. And I'm just going to combine that first and get that all together. You could add soy sauce to this. I'm going to add like a 1/2 teaspoon. Start with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. Now here's the fun part. You're gonna have to taste this for salt, sweet, tangy. It's really up to your palate. So I already know I want to add a tablespoon of sugar, a little more salt, a cornstarch slurry for the sauce. So now for a little bit of my slurry, I'm not going to use it all. I'm going to crank it up just to simmer. And once you add the cornstarch slurry, it should start to thicken. Yeah. Oh, that's hot. Let's see here. I hope you give these recipes a try. I hope you like them. And thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and share this video. See you in the next one.